Hey guys, so most of us are stuck at home, and for those who have kids, you're stuck at home with your kids. And I know that a lot of parents are concerned about their children's level of English and would like to help their kids, but they're not exactly sure how. So this video and the next series of videos, I always have such high hopes for myself, will be some ideas for games that you can do with your kids at home. So this game is an exercise that is based on drawing, one of my favorites. And before you freak out, you do not need to know how to draw in order to play this game. I did do a video about teaching English through drawing that I'll put up somewhere over here for you to see if you're interested. But basically what I say in this video is that not being able to draw can be your greatest asset. So hold on to that, and yeah. For this exercise, all you're going to need is something to draw on, something to draw with, and some scissors. As you can see, my 18-month-old daughter is acting as my student. This game, however, is for kids of all ages. It is a bit easier to sell it to kids below 10, but with the right age-approved attitude, you can do it with your teens too. You'll just have to make it a little bit more relatable. Concerning your level of English as a parent, it can be super basic. It just needs to be better than your child's. The game starts with a main character. Let your child choose who or what it's going to be.
Lulu. So who are we going to draw first? A man?
Depending on your child's level, you can give out the instructions in your native language, in English, or use both, however you feel most comfortable.
Yeah. Is he going to have a hat? Yeah, we should put a hat on. Okay, so he's going to have a hat on his head. And he's going to have a car. Okay.
If your child is old enough to draw on their own, use this time to draw and create your own character. I'm sure you've seen children love it when parents take part in their games. Ask questions to push your child further. What color fur will he have? What about some hair? Will he have big ears or tiny ears?
And a nose? Does he need a nose?
You can also add suggestions while you are drawing your own character by saying things like, "Look, mine has wings. He's going to be able to fly." These ideas will spark your child's imagination and will help them think further, but it will also give them an example as to what is acceptable and what you expect of them. The crazier your example is, the more comfortable they will be with their ideas, and it will also make your story a lot more interesting. Of course, this also brings in a lot of new vocabulary. Use your drawing as a tool to communicate. When you say, "Look, my cat has wings," and your child asks, "What is wings?" you can always point and show them what they are.
What color is his shirt going to be? Yellow. Okay, where's yellow?
Every situation can be used to learn new words or to practice old vocabulary.
Okay, what else does a man need? Do you think he's hungry? Here is his onion. Is he hungry?
Once you're done with your character, you can start creating the world around him. Also through asking questions. He looks hungry. Maybe we should give him something to eat. And then start drawing that. What does he like to eat? Oh, he needs a spoon. He can't eat with his hands. Where is he going to sleep? Do you think he's cold? Maybe we can draw a blanket. With older kids, you can do this in a form of a collage on a big piece of paper. With smaller kids, I think it's great to draw them all around the character and then cut them out so that you can play with them later. As you can see, my drawings are super simple. And then we start cutting all the little elements out.
Here's the pillow. Will you colour the pillow in for me? Okay, what colour are you going to choose? Yellow. Okay. The man's pillow here. Colour in the pillow. You need to press a little bit harder. Man, that's a man.
Just as every situation can be used to learn new vocabulary, every situation can also be used to do revision. So as you're cutting out, you can also tell your children what you're cutting out, or ask them what they're cutting out if they're doing the cutting out. And once again, it does not have to be perfect, really.
We're going to put everything back in the box. Come. Okay. Lulu, can you put the onion back in the box? Which one's the onion?
Once you see that your child is starting to get a little bit restless or your free time is starting to run out, you can start packing away your new paper toys together. Prepare a box or an envelope where you can keep all your drawings safe. Tidying up is a great opportunity for a revision game. So the way you do it is you keep a box open and you ask your child, okay, now put the cat in the box. Which one's the cat? Now put the ball in the box, and so on. If it's wrong, you close the box and you don't let that element in. Once your child gets better at this, it's a great idea to swap roles, so your child can then hold the box and tell you what to put away. I love making mistakes just to check and see if the kids notice. They're usually shocked and they love telling me no when it's wrong.
Do you think you can put the spoon in the box? Where's the spoon? Where's the spoon? Okay. Which one's the spoon? Good! Okay, and that's the fork. You can put them in the box. Let's put them in the box.
On your next lesson, the both of you could add more drawings, creating new scenarios and continuing your gameplay. But before you do, it's always good to do a little bit of, and I'm saying this word again, revision by taking each element out one by one and remembering all the new words out loud.
Okay.
One of the things that this game has taught me is that children really don't need super fancy toys to be able to have fun, and that the most important thing that brings them joy is the fact that the two of you are doing it together.
Done, Papa. Okay? Done. Say bye, man. Bye, man. More? You want to play more?
Sometimes it's good to keep the game a little bit shorter so that you end on a high note, which will ensure that your child will be willing to play the game again next time. I also just wanted to show you a few examples that of characters that my students made. Some of them are really, really amazing and very creative. Also, as you can see, there's also a hurricane in there that one of my students made. So you can really, really draw every single scenario that comes into your head.
I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I really hope that this game works out for you. If you have any questions or you get stuck along the way, please feel free to write me a comment below and I will try and help you out. Don't forget to like this video if you liked it, and subscribe to my channel to see new videos popping up sometime soon. You gonna say goodbye, Lulus? Okay, say bye.